Hello guys, what's up? I'm Brian here doing another video for you guys, and this time I've got a bit of a cold, so if I sound a little off, well, you'll know why. Anyways, today we are taking a look at Transformers The Last Night Megatron. This is the Voyager one, and I love this thing. It is probably the best movie Megatron I have in my collection, probably the best The Last Night toy I have in my collection. It is amazing. I love this thing. It is so solid. Now, if you do not like the movie aesthetic, I can kind of understand why you don't like this toy, but even by the standards of the movie design, this thing looks great because it just doesn't... It fits in with the movie aesthetic, but it kind of feels like it has its own aesthetic that actually works outside of the movieverse, and we're going to talk about that afterwards. Megatron transforms into an alien jet, and I'm not going to talk too much about the whole, oh, why did he turn back to Megatron? It actually kind of makes sense. I'll just say this. Why would he keep Galvatron as his name? Alright, wouldn't he want to go back to Megatron? I mean, Galvatron was a human-given name. I think he'd prefer Megatron. So, anyways, with that, let's talk about Megatron. And this jet mode looks amazing. It looks sleek. I love these little intakes right here. The wings look very nice. It has a little bit of kibble with the chest bits and the feet, but other than that, there's not much going for it. And as you guys know, I don't really care about kibble when it comes to the jet modes. I know they're not always going to be perfect, but this looks very nice. And you can get away with it too being an alien jet, so that's cool. This entire back section feels smooth enough that it feels like it could fit in the Generation toy line. It doesn't feel too movie-esque. It feels like it's got a certain pattern to it that just fits right into whatever other universe, which is very nice. I especially love the detail inside here. It makes it look like an engine or something like that, and I think that looks really nice. The front cockpit looks pretty cool. That's where it has more of that alien detail, and the cockpit itself looks nice, especially with the transparent red right there. The back of it has these little bits that I guess is extra little boosters, and then you got the main boosters right there, which is very nice. Just a lot of nice detail that looks very smooth and nice. I keep saying nice for some reason. Underneath, again, you got the alien kibble, the robot kibble, but it's whatever. So yeah, you can take the blade and you can attach it onto the top there, which is not bad at all. And I do like the blade itself. It looks nice. I'm not going to call it a sword because someone got on my ass about calling it a sword, because technically it's not. So I'm just not going to call it that, but it is what it is. It's a blade thing, it's a weapon, so you have that. Anyways, with that said, very solid jet mode. Nothing seems to really be falling apart, which is very nice. I do really like this. It feels big, it feels nice. I keep saying nice for some reason. Why do I keep saying nice? And it plays well too, like swinging it around is like whoosh, 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 which is very cool. So I do like Megatron. I think he's very, I'm not going to say it, very cool. Anyways, with that said, let's go ahead and transform him. Oh, and you could also plug him onto one of the stands right there. You can see the hole in right there, so there you go. Anyways, transformation, what you want to start off with is pop the legs and this section right like that. Like so. And then pop off these little skirt bits, or whatever you want to call it, just to get them out of the way. I like to move the legs out of the way too. Swing these off to the side, like so. And bring this back like that. You can bring it all the way up if you want. Bring down the legs, like so. And pop out the feet, move them forward, and rotate the foot, and collapse this all the way around, and make sure that lines up to the tab, like so. Oh, there we go. And do the same thing to the other side, like that. Come on. There we go. So now he has feet, or legs. Bring these down and rotate this around like so. Now he's got boosters, which is very nice. I said it again. Bring these out if you like. of course, because that's part of the transformation. And pull these out, separate the arms, and make sure that the turret gun fusion cannon thing goes with this arm. And bring that down and around and collapse that in like so. And it's very tight, which is good. And what I like to do is, I like to, when transforming it back, I like to push the arm forward and then bring that out. But, yeah, very cool. Next, what you want to do is pop the turret back like so. And bring that around like that. Rotate the head around, make sure that's in place. Rotate the fist out. And there you have Megatron pretty much in his robot mode, which looks fine itself. But there's a little bit more if you want. You could deploy the fusion cannon, just rotate that around and flip that down. And there you have a very small fusion cannon, but still works nonetheless. I love posing around Megatron with this thing. And speaking of posing, he looks good in pretty much any pose, and he's very solid too. Like, the only loose thing I could find is this, and it's not really that loose. Other than that, most of the joints on this thing is either fine or tight. Like, really tight. The legs right here, going forward and back, are extremely tight. And I know one of the problems that we have for some Transformers is the hips. That is not the case for this guy. Now, I don't know if that's every single Megatron, but this is really good. And one of the things I was concerned about was this joint. Is it going to work under the playability of Megatron? And it does. It works fine. Megatron also has some transparent red on his head, which looks fantastic. It looks a lot better in hand than I thought. And he's actually got transparent bits inside the head. Did I say transparent articulation? Transparent light piping or whatever. I don't care. I don't care. Anyways, it still looks nice. And when you get the light through the eyes, oh my god, they are just looking into your soul. Unfortunately, he does not have the face mask thing, but that's fine. And what I was talking about with the design and detail is he looks very gargoyle-esque or very knight-esque. And I feel like this could work so well if you repaint it as like a really terrible-looking Decepticon and you put him in your Generations collection. I think he really does work. For any line. So that is really good. I love that. Just the details. It makes it look very demonic. And I love that. I think this almost feels like fan art of Megatron that was done in a reality, which I really do like. Even the feet feel like hooves for some medieval type ancient gargoyle. Is this Krampus? I just realized this might be Krampus. So, I do like this. I love this toy. The gold is like a mustardy yellow, but it pops enough. Not sure how I feel about it on the face, but other than that, it looks very nice. The fusion cannon, again, is small, but it works. It's not exactly like the Generation 1 design, but it's fine. And he even has this little spike. I believe the original Generation 1, either the cartoon or the toy, had something like that. So there's a lot of nods to the original Megatron, which I really do like. Also, great voice in the movie. Like, as much as I love the voice of Optimus Prime, whenever you have this voice, is like, oh, I love hearing it. And of course, he's got his blade that you can also attach, and that looks really good too. You could plug that onto the back, which I wish it was sideways, but that's not bad. But I love this weapon. It's just so cool. It just looks so good. And again, he's so tight, like doing this, like nothing's moving except for what's in my hand. Yeah, that is a solid toy. That is really solid, and I love the look. It's just, it's nice. It plays well. Articulation, you've got a ball joint in the head, and you also have this hinge, which can get annoying, but whatever. You also have rotation forward and back, out and in, and you got these little panel bits that can move out of the way, which is cool. Rotation right here. You have elbow joint. You have wrist that moves out and in, not rotates, unfortunately. These side bits can move out of the way so you can get some pretty good leg articulation. Rotation here. A knee that goes all the way to there, which is fantastic. And rotation in the foot that goes really far, and I love that. Size comparison. Oh, and Decepticon logo on the chest. Very cool. Size comparison, let's bring out the Last Knight Optimus Prime, because these two look really good together. I think these are my definitive movie Optimus Prime and Megatrons now. Just because I really like the look of these two. Optimus Prime, you know, could use a little more work, but the Megatron definitely is cool. I love that. So you have that, and actually, I'm going to leave him there. Let's bring out, actually, let's move him up to the side just for a second. I want to bring out my Last Knight Decepticons. So we got Barricade and Berserker, and these two look very good next to Megatron. And with that, let's bring out my whole Last Knight collection, because I don't have a lot in that. So let's zoom out just for a quick sec. We've got Hound as well to stand. And we also have Steel Bane. So a pretty, you know, good collection, I guess, of figures that I wanted. So there's that. So, but yeah, let's move these guys out of the way and go back to Megatron. Now, do I recommend Megatron? Absolutely. If you are a fan of Megatron, or a fan of the movieverse, or just fan of anything that looks medieval and Transformer or demonic, yes. If you want a solid toy, yes. If you want a good-looking Megatron, yes. This is one of my most favorite Megatrons. This is my favorite Megatron to come out in the movie lineup. And I mean it. It is fantastic. I thought it was Dark of the Moon Megatron for the longest time. Then this came out. And it just completely tops it. In fact, I'm not sure, but it might be the best movie toy I have in general. Beating out even Revenge of the Fallen Optimus Prime. It is just so awesome to feel. So awesome to hold. So awesome to mess around with. It is just a nice toy. It's solid. It's absolutely superb. I love this thing. And you know what? I do not like the price of the Last Knight toys. I think they're way too high. I would pay $40 for this toy. I got it as a gift, and now that I think of it, I would have paid $40 for it. So with that, I thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all those fun doodads, and I'll see you guys next time.